Welcome to Red V TV's Instant Fan Reaction, supported by A-Star Recruitment for the 2019 season, following Saints' Round 2 24-18 victory over the Wakefield Trinity people.
That like Halifax fax machines.
They've changed the name, haven't they? We have retreated to the car, partly because the hands are like ice blocks. Yeah. And partly because I thought we were about to get shot. there was a disturbance with a car, so we've thought, nah, we'll get out of the way. It was looking a bit dodgy for a couple of moments. I locked the car, actually. Delighted with the result. I think that's the main thing, first of all, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. A last-minute try always warms the cockles, doesn't it? And you know what? It was a great barnstorming run by Louis to get over.
I think everybody was setting up thinking the drop goal was coming after Lachlan Coote's attempt on the previous set. I'm surprised they let him have a go, to be honest. But obviously Saints decided to run it, and Lomax found Louis going through a massive gap.
Yeah, absolutely.
Unchanged lineup today. Probably what we expected following the Wigan game. Initial thoughts seeing that pitch today? Not summer rugby.
Yeah, I mean, it looked like a proper old school pitch. So whereas as soon as you went down on it, you're going to get absolutely covered in mud. It started. It didn't tear up too badly. It did work quite well. But
the corners were like sludge.
Yeah, it started looking like, as you say, it wasn't not a summer rugby pitch.
Lachlan Coote today, mixed bag.
Absolutely, yeah. Two kicks out on the full from kick-offs. One kick out on the full from open play. Yeah, to be honest,
it's that left-footed kicking game we've all been waiting for.
Yeah, it was a mixed bag. He was still in good positions.
That said, created 2 tries.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, he still finds good positions. I don't know if we're putting a bit much on him. I mean, this is where we'll come back to the old, should Danny Richardson be in the team? You don't necessarily want to see your fullback making a lot of attacking kicks, or I don't, certainly. I want to see me 6 and 7 doing that, and I'm not sure that actually happened today. I thought Faj managed, especially in the second half, got his hands on the ball and tried something. I'm not sure today the kicking game was there from Lomax.
I think I said after half time, I don't want to judge anything really today on what's gone on there, purely because it was awful conditions to play in. It was absolutely freezing. Wind was swirling. You're playing on a cow patch. Is it, at this point of the year, just a case of getting your 2 points and going home? Yeah, probably. And you're still looking at your combinations. So where people will, and this is going to be the thing for us, I think, at the early start of this year, you're going to get people wanting Richardson in the team. You've got to let half-back partnership develop, especially at this point in the season when you're just trying to put points on the board rather than get a polished performance. I mean, we're going to come back to it. The kicks at goal, they were all touchline kicks that were missed today, which could have put us out of sight, and it will put like validity into the thing that Richardson should be in the team, because would he have missed them all? Who knows? With the wind swirling about, you don't know. They're all touchline ones. Would he have defensively been as sound as
Faj or Lomax?
Is it swings and roundabouts?
Yeah, I think so.
There's plus points to both.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm not going to tell anybody they're wrong.
No, absolutely. No, you can't.
You can have an opinion.
Yeah, absolutely.
And to be fair, it's a good debate to have.
Yeah.
Because both give you options, and I'm sure we will see both throughout the season. Yeah, that said, I don't think he'll change it for Leeds in a couple of weeks.
I don't, to be honest. I'm not sure some members of our pack covered themselves in glory today. I think we were a little bit flat sometimes going forward and punching holes. I think our props, Walmsley, Thompson, and especially Roby, were good at finding gaps. I think one or two others did all right, but they wouldn't be looking back on this and sticking it on the highlights.
Do you know what? I think we owe an apology to Alex Walmsley a little bit. I think we've all suffered like a little bit of memory loss. Yeah. Because from when he got injured and we were saying, oh, Luke Thompson, absolutely fantastic. He's our best prop.
Yeah.
I think Alex Walmsley seems to have taken offence to that because he was awesome again.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, absolutely.
Just the drive. I was a little bit worried when he went down injured prior to the half. I think obviously, but whether they were taking a little bit more precaution with him based on what happened last season. But it was great to see him come out for the second half. And if we keep Walmsley and Thompson fit, we're not going to be far away at the end of the season.
Yeah, and that's it. And we have got good backup. As I say, it's difficult conditions out there. The props, the forward pack probably won't be sticking that on the highlights reel, will they?
I thought they were going to drive into
yes, same. But they won't, and it's one of them that, listen, we've come away with the 2 points. We've matched them. I think where they kind of bossed the game quite a bit was their kicking game, and I'd like to see kind of Farge and Lomax have a little look at what Danny Brough did today. Not him chatting back and getting sin bin for the second week in succession. But
I said on commentary that they should put masking tape over his mouth.
Yeah, but
I just put a straw in so we can breathe.
You know what? That actually, it kind of spurred Wakefield on.
That 10-minute period of the game, we didn't pretty much touch the ball while he was off the field, and they scored.
Yeah, well, that's it. We tried throwing it out. We tried being clever off the first play that we had, and it did spur Wakefield on, not having him on the park. And then he comes on, he attempts one 40-20, gets another 40-20 in the second half. I hope that all of our halfbacks are watching a game like that, because there's a lot you can take from Danny Brough.
I thought Jacob Miller was really good as well.
Yeah, he was. You don't want to say that they were the better halfback partnership, but I think they were on the field today. I think they just were. But I think that we had kind of everything else over them. I think our backs were better than them. Possibly with the exception, our right-hand side was a bit weak twice. There's a poor read on Johnson's first try, and then again they came down that side and it was a walk-in for Johnson, and that can all be fixed up. They can work on that in training, and I suppose it's one of them that if you have a poor read, you come out the line and you're trying to either go for an intercept or go for a big hit on somebody else. If the ball goes into them, then you look like a hero.
I thought Regan Grace was very good today.
Yes.
Good under the high ball when it came his way. Good defensively.
Yep.
And looks safe.
Yeah,
and you have to say at this moment in time, it looks like his game's improved.
Yes, definitely. He brought he's a very light winger, so when he's bringing the ball away from his own line, you're not necessarily looking that he's got
to find ground quickly so he doesn't get pushed back in goal.
Exactly, and he's got to. It's like the quick play the ball, get it to him. And if he finds ground quickly and can play the ball quickly, then Roby's going to work off the back of that, and then the forwards coming in. But I think he is maturing. He is looking better.
Could you pick a man of the match from that today?
Yeah, James Roby.
Yeah. Absolutely. Any other contenders?
As I say,
not that you're going to be influencing the Red V man of the match poll. All that have gone off.
The props. You'd say that Walmsley. You'd say Thompson, and then if you're going to throw another one in, I think that Louis brought energy to the pack. When he came on, I thought he lifted our pack when he came on, but I think Roby hands down.
Robert Hicks.
Yep.
Thoughts today?
He gave a lot of penalties against Saints. Don't put yourself in that position to give away penalties. I thought today.
I'm not being one side against him. I thought he'd just give a lot of penalties full stop.
Yeah, probably.
And it doesn't make for a good spectacle in the game.
Yeah, there's a couple that...
Does he set himself up early on? Because he made a couple of really early penalties, and from that moment on, you get the crowd on your back, and then you've got to give everything following that.
Yeah, you probably have.
It can go one of two ways, can't it? You can either set the tone and teams cut the penalties out early on, or it just carries on like that. And it was a very stop-start game.
It was. There were a couple of penalties that you kind of question with your Saints glasses on. Like, there was a couple where he had him for lying on, and players had already got off, and then he gave the penalty. It was almost like if he'd have waited a split second further, there'd have been no penalty there because they'd have been up and playing the ball. I think.
I'm not saying he was against Saints. He was the same for both sides.
Yeah, but I think that's down. That's down
frustrating
to, it's down to players. It's down to conditions as well. And if he gives the first couple of penalties and says this is what I'm going to penalise, then it's up to the players not to put themselves in that position. Whether the conditions, the fact that it is a bit colder, you're a bit slower playing the ball, or getting up off a tackle. Sorry, whether that does affect him, I don't know. But I don't think he was bad today. As you say, he gave quite a few penalties, but I think that was just the nature of the game, and you get them during the season.
We were talking coming over about frustrating that you wait all winter for the rugby to start. You get 2 games in, and then you got another break again.
Yeah.
The way the weather is at the moment, I don't care. 2 weeks, and hopefully it comes back in and the weather's brightened up a bit, because it's not good for a fan in this. And I had a little bit of cover where I was, but them 1,500 Saints fans who'd come over on the other side who I thought were absolutely tremendous again today.
Thanks.
10 coaches apparently, and come 1:45 you couldn't get on the normal street where everybody parks, and that's why we're out the way again, a little bit further away. But tremendous following this early in the season, and it would have been very easy to say cold weather, listen on the radio, not bother coming over. But again, they give the boys tremendous backing.
Yeah, absolute credit to the club, the fans, travelling over. I mean, it's one of them that you laugh and joke and go, who fancies going to Wakefield? What else would you come to Wakefield for? But you know what? Sunday afternoon, it's absolutely freezing cold. There's a bit of wind around. It did start spitting with rain.
But you know what as well? The following Saints have got would put quite a lot of Premier League football clubs to shame.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's not cheap either, 25 quid a ticket there today.
Yeah, if you paid on 22 if you got them early.
And made Saints a bit of money as well.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, time for a 20s plenty campaign.
I think so. Well, if you go into budget a rugby club, you're not going to say, well, we're definitely going to get 1,000 of these fans coming and 2,000 of them fans.
I think some of these lower clubs do them.
Well, they shouldn't, because that's not good business sense. And so you shouldn't be relying on it. So instead, why not get more fans through the door? And £2 might not make the difference, but I think it's 25 quid for Salford. Now, that £5 might make the difference between someone turning around going, I don't fancy it, or, you know what, yeah, it's only 20 quid, I'll go over there.
Definitely one for Robert Elstone and Super League to look at.
Yeah.
Right, we'll finish now. We're going to get the heaters on and warm the hands up and get this video uploaded before we get on our way home. So, if you're watching on the coaches, hope you've warmed up. And if you're watching this later, I hope you've warmed up. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Please like and share it on the YouTube, Twitter and Facebook, because it all adds to people watching. That's great. Cheers. See you later.